Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you 3 reasons you may be attracting the opposite of what you want to experience and how to fix that. Now, this is something that people have asked me, and it's something I've also experienced before, because there'll be times that I want to create more abundance in my life, and I find that being and getting paid for years with a commission job, that there'll be times I would have walked around and I would have been so focused on what I want, but it would still cause resistance, and I would then get the opposite of what I want, what I wanted. And what I've learned to do is to really tailor these through a couple key concepts I'm going to share with you today. And as I always say, we don't necessarily attract that which we want, but we always get a reflection of who we are being. So part of who we are being is composed of the beliefs we have, the self-image that we have, those characteristics. And when we learn how to almost align those to who we are, that's when we start to actually create what we want in our life. Now, who we are, by that I mean the fundamental core of our authentic self, like what we're passionate about, and really understanding more about how we can embody that more, express ourselves rather than try to impress people with who we are. Now, this involves, and the first reason that you might be attracting the opposite of what you want may have to do with your focus. What are you focused on? Now, that example I used earlier of me going around the commission job that I had and being a certain way and just focus so much on what I wanted to create, so many times I would think that I was focused on what I want to create, but I was actually more focused on where I was. Now, this doesn't mean don't be present to the moment, but it simply means be okay with where you are and allow the moment to be. You see, what is more powerful than us getting anywhere else or obtaining some external goal is if we can learn how to become present to the moment. And the paradox is that when we're present to the moment, then we actually have more power. Now, the main part of this is understanding that the most important thing that we have control over is our own state of being. What's more important than the external circumstances is knowing that we can decide how we feel in the moment with our focus and the perspective that we have. So when we start to, instead of focus on what we want and how what we want isn't here already, then we can start to focus more on the present moment, on allowing the moment to be. And when we do that, we find that we're able to let go of the attachment that we had to us not seeing what we want. So many times I would walk around subconsciously be thinking at my job that I am not, getting what I want. Even though I was focused on what I did want to create, maybe with more customers or having and making more commission on whatever I was selling, what I became aware of is that I was focused on what I had wasn't already there, or what I wanted wasn't already there, and I kept reaffirming and beating that drum of it's not here already. I want it, but it's not here already, even though I want it. That want is a separation of us actually feeling the emotions that we could feel of feeling present to the moment, of feeling happy and enjoying the process. So simply enjoy the process. If you find that you're not attracting the relationship you want, it might be because you're so attached to the label of being single and you don't even know it. It may be because you're so focused on that person not being here because you want it, but it's not here already, and then you end up creating the lack of it in your life. Whatever we focus on grows, and if we choose to focus on the present moment, and then we can decide how we prefer to be, and part of that is by simply knowing that more important than the external is our own state of being. So the second reason that you may be attracting the opposite of what you want to create has to do with your beliefs about who you are and your beliefs in general. Now, I talk about this a lot, but it's really so important. It's so underemphasized when it comes to a lot of this awareness of understanding it, but our beliefs are creating the kind of experiences that we have. Based upon what we define to be true and how we view ourselves, the beliefs about who we are, that is what is coloring the perceptions for what we experience in our life. So when we become aware of these subconscious beliefs that we have that are lingering, that's when we start to gain our power back. Now, many times we create the opposite of what we want, because we could be saying, I want to create more abundance in my life and more financial stability. But if we have a belief that says there's only a couple ways of doing this, you must go get a 4-year degree and then go to grad school in order to climb the corporate America ladder, or we have that subconscious belief, or we have beliefs that say I'm not worthy, or that rich people are this type of way, those subconscious beliefs will continue to negate and actually show us the opposite of it, because those beliefs of us wanting to create abundance in our life aren't in alignment with those limiting beliefs and subconscious beliefs of we're not worthy enough or whatever it is. So first off, or second off, become aware of what your beliefs are. Ask, what do I believe to be true about money? You might find there's certain reference experiences that pull up. Those reference experiences could simply be memories of certain things you were told when you were a kid, of your mom telling you that money doesn't grow on trees, you can't get what you want. Whatever it is, simply become aware of what that is. And the moment you become aware of it, is the moment you bring it from the subconscious and you bring it into the conscious. And when you make it conscious, that's when you can decide to let it go. It's on autopilot until you become aware of it. The moment you become aware of it is the moment you can choose it doesn't serve you and you can let it go. You can't let it go until you know that it's there. So become aware of the beliefs that you have. If you have a belief that says you're not worthy, that being rich is this type of way and you don't want to be that type of way, or whatever it is, become aware of what that is and start to let it go. If there's beliefs there that say that you're not meant to be in a good relationship, or of course you want a good relationship, but if you're so used to being attracted to this type of person that ends up bringing, this type of experience and emotions into your life, simply realize you can let the pattern go by simply becoming aware of it. So awareness is key with this, and when you change your beliefs about who you are and what you experience in your life, that's when everything begins to change from the inside out. Now, the third reason that you may be attracting the opposite of what you want to create in your life has to do with feeling the opposite of what you want. So more important than the mentalism part of it, of us creating and egoically wanting to create what we want in our life, is knowing how powerful our feelings are. And I recently talked about this, where I talk about the power of the heart, but the electromagnetic energy of our heart is so much more powerful than our head. When we start to make this a process of feeling, that's when we can then really find out our true power. And think of it like the feeling is the bridge that connects us to what we want to experience, what we will resonate with. We can't experience abundance in our life if we are feeling lack. We simply won't see those opportunities. We won't act on that way and in that way. And because of that, we continue to perpetuate more and more of that lack mentality and that lack feeling. So now that we know that we must align our feeling to what we want to experience, what you can begin to do is realize that it's as easy as using your imagination, using visualization, simply giving yourself permission that you will feel the way that you want now. And as you begin to feel into it, you begin to then increase the probabilities of you seeing the opportunities that can align you with experiencing that reality, and you start to actually resonate with it. So before you go to bed, this is something I always suggest to people. Before you go to bed at night, for the last 5 to 10 minutes you're awake, focus on feeling into what you want to create or experience. Imagine it. Your brain, to a certain extent, won't know the difference, and you'll start to feel it in your body. And as you feel it, let it be something that grows. Let it be something that you focus in your heart center, and you will start to feel it more and more, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So realize if you want to create abundance but you feel lack, you must first get to the core of why you feel that lack by getting to the core of your beliefs about who you are and the focus, which are the first two. And as you begin to align all of these together, you'll find that you then start to create what you want in your life by simply being who you prefer to be in the present moment, and then you'll be able to let go of creating the opposite of what you are experiencing. So remember, all you simply have to do is become aware of what you're focused on. Simply know that more powerful than anything on the external is your own state of being. Know that you can choose and become aware of the definitions, the beliefs that you have about who you are, that when you change the core beliefs that you have about who you are, everything begins to change from the inside out. And simply know that you can give yourself permission right now in this moment to feel the abundance of what you want to create. As you condition the feelings, you open up the opportunities that you can find in your life to experience and attract that which you want. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe below if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. All right, bye.